Yelk faction nominated faction head Nikol Pashinyan's candidacy to the office of Prime Minister of Armenia. The ruling Republican Party of Armenia's parliamentary faction has announced that it will not nominate its own candidate for Prime Minister. Faction head Vahram Baghdasaryan noted that if the other three political forces represented in the parliament nominate a single candidate, their faction will not get in the way of Armenia having a new Prime Minister on Tuesday. The Armenian Revolutionary Federation ARF Dashnaktsutyun party's National Assembly faction proposed all parliamentary factions to nominate Pashinyan as the single candidate for Prime Minister, and the Tsarukyan faction has decided to support the people's candidate. The RPA, Tsarukyan, Yelk and the ARF factions have 58, 31, 9 and 7 seats respectively in parliament. At least 53 votes are needed to elect a new Prime Minister of Armenia. Head of Yelk faction, Nikol Pashinyan held meetings with the parliamentary groups of the National Assembly, the Republican Party of Armenia, Tsarukyan faction, and the Armenian Revolutionary Federation. Pashinyan met with Tsarukyan and the ARF factions behind closed doors, whereas his talks with the RPA was open for reporters. Leader of My Step Initiative, MP Nikol Pashinyan met with the delegation of Russia's State Duma. Pashinyan told reporters that they discussed issues related to the Eurasian Union and the CSTO. Opposition leaders said he had presented their position on Armenian-Russian relations. During the meeting, Pashinyan assured that there was no conspiracy against Russia and no geopolitical contacts in their movement. Nothing threatens the Armenian-Russian friendship, he said. Acting Armenian Foreign Minister Edward Nalbantian held a telephone conversation with U.S. Assistant Secretary of State Wes Mitchell. The sides discussed the current political developments in Armenia and highlighted that the resolution of the situation should be undertaken within the framework of the Constitution. They discussed the Karabakh conflict as well. Earlier, opposition movement leader MP Nikol Pashinyan informed about a phone conversation with Wes Mitchell. We discussed a peaceful and legal settlement of the internal political situation in Armenia, he said. Armenian armed forces conducted drills using the Smerch multiple rocket launcher, said Artsrun Hovanesyan, spokesperson for the Armenian Defense Minister. The footage of the drills will be broadcast on public television on Saturday. Midfielder of Arsenal and the Armenian national football squad, Henrik Mkhitaryan, marked his comeback from injury with a super goal in a match against Manchester United. Mkhitaryan had returned to the Gunners' starting 11 for the first time after his knee injury, and he was on the pitch for 76 minutes. But following the match, Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger informed that the Armenian midfielder's injury had recurred.